why do people do such strange things where they ask Hashem for blessings, they ask Hashem for all types of wonderful things, they tell you they believe in Hashem, but the way they live their life is against Hashem. They say, I love Hashem, Bezrat Hashem. They start singing, Mishe Ma'amid Lo Mefached. Whoever believes is never afraid. Or Akadosh Baruch Hu, we love you. And they start singing with all their friends while they're doing a mingle. They're doing a barbecue on Shabbat. How come? How come? This all starts, Rabotai Karim, with a small, tiny little germ. Tiny little germ that's so insignificant, so small, you can't even see it with the naked eye. Years ago, if you look at history, there was a plague in Europe. They called it the Black Plague. Why did they call it the Black Plague? Because anywhere this plague traveled, all it created was black, meaning death. The estimates say that somewhere around 90 million people died from this Black Plague. Meaning, just imagine your worst dream, this is worse. You have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 400 million people in America. Imagine a quarter of them died. And they're all in the streets because there's not enough equipment or resources or even time to bury all the bodies. So meaning everywhere you go, there's walls of bodies everywhere. There's not a hole that there is no bodies. And what happens? Body is there, that means the disease is there. Disease is there, most likely, whoever's around is going to die also next. Now all of this disease start with what? A tiny little germ that you cannot even see with the naked eye. You can try as hard as you want. You're never going to be able to see it. You're never going to be able to see it. There's also another germ that killed many people, not as many, but Torah talks about it. We call it today AIDS. And this germ killed a lot of people. Now, if you look at this germ with the naked eye, you're not going to be able to see anything. If you look at it, it's whatever this germ is on top, you're not going to be able to see it. If it's on the floor, you'll see the floor. If it's on somebody's head, you'll see the person's head. You're never going to be able to see the actual germ itself with the naked eye. But yet it kills. Yet it destroys. Try to go behind the camera, not in front. Behind the camera, Motek. Behind. Yeah, that way. The other way. The other way. The other way. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh. No, they want to look at me, not you guys. They said they can't handle such good-looking people, so they have to look at me. So people watching on the internet, they say, listen, we don't want to benefit in this world. There's so many good-looking people in your crowd. If we look at them, they're not going to give us Gan Eden. They say, okay, we'll look at you. It's kaparat avonot. It's like a punishment to look at me. But what's he going to do? We all have to get our punishments. Now, Rabotai Karim, this little germ is very dangerous. This little germ can kill a lot of people even if you can't see it. But there's also, Rav Yagen Alav Shalom had many lectures about this. He says there's a spiritual germ. There's a spiritual germ that Chazal talk about, Shlomo HaMelech talks about. All over the Torah talks about it, but yet, if you go on the internet, you're not going to find that much material about it, which makes it more dangerous. The germ is called laziness. That's the germ. Shlomo HaMelech says in Mishle, Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 15, Atzla tapil tardema, v'nefesh remiya tirav. Translation, laziness casts one into slumber, and deceptive soul will go hungry. Shlomo HaMelech says, laziness is going to make you tired. Usually you would think the opposite. Because I'm tired, I'm lazy. Right? That's what people tell me. Listen, I tell them, why don't you read a little bit? No, I'm tired. Why don't you watch a shiur at least? You don't have to, it's not that hard to watch a shiur. Just press play. That's the most you can do. That's it. Press, but it's 3 hours. Okay, don't watch the whole 3 hours. Watch 2 hours. Oh, it's 2 hours. But if it was X-Men, you'd watch the whole 2.5 hours and say, why it's so short? I said, okay, so don't watch 2 hours. Watch 1 hour. 1 hour. Who has 1 hour these days? I said, okay, kapara. Okay, it's okay. Beseder, don't worry about it. We made a special list for you. A special playlist, which is short clips. We take the best of each lecture, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, press play. Okay, can you do 5 minutes? I can do 5 minutes. You ask him a week later, so did you watch the clip I sent you for 5 minutes? I didn't get a chance to. You have 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You didn't get a chance to watch a 5-minute clip? How? How could that be? Shlomo HaMelech is trying to tell us, you have a germ, you have a disease, and you don't even know you're sick. It's called laziness. But not laziness like you don't feel like working. Because if you tell the guy, listen, I got a deal. You know what? I'm going to go back to Wall Street, chas v'shalom. I'm going to go back to Wall Street, and I'm going to start a firm. I'm going to hire all you guys. Because my firm was full of guys like you, young kids that had a lot of ambition. All you wanted was money. My whole firm was full of you guys. So I'm going to start a new firm right down the street. Each one of you guys, day one, you can start working, making money. Everybody, all of a sudden, is ready to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I tell you to go to shul 6 o'clock in the morning. I say, what, you crazy? 6 o'clock in the morning? This generation? 11 minimum. Why are you here at 6 o'clock in the morning? I don't go to sleep till 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm on the internet. I'm playing games. I'm watching movies. HaShem what I'm doing. But if I tell you, come work on Wall Street 6 o'clock in the morning, sharks, every one of you, with the tie on. With the tie on. No one shows up with shorts and a t-shirt. Everybody with a tie on, because that was the attire. If you didn't come to work with a tie in my office, you were sent home. Yeah, but it took me 2 hours to get to work. Okay, so next time you'll remember that it's not worth traveling 4 hours just to be sent home. Next time, wear a tie. What do you guys think? It was cookies to work for me? You think it was fun and games? If you talked the wrong way, you were sent home. If you were late by 1 minute, you were sent home. 1 minute, 8 o'clock, you're supposed to show up to my office. You show up 8:01. Guess what happens? You go home. Why? If you want to be successful, you have to be disciplined. But successful in anything in life. For some reason, people understand this. After the first punishment, people understand this. Most people that are normal understand this, and from now on, they wear ties. From now on, they come on time. From now on, they don't ask too many questions. They do what they're supposed to. But when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to avodat HaShem, to serving of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for some reason, we don't get it. We don't get it. Why? Because the disease of laziness doesn't exist when it comes to work. Yes, people don't want to work, they want to make money right away, but in general, if they see opportunity, they come work. Well, there's many seats over here. I don't bite. You can have a seat over here. Over here. Yeah, there's 3 seats over here. Don't worry, I don't throw anything. It's fine. And even my saliva won't reach that way. So, when it comes to work, we don't have the same laziness. Yes, sometimes we're lazy, sometimes we don't feel like doing this and doing that, but in general, if you see enough opportunity, if the guy says, listen, well, I was paying you $50 a day, I'll pay you 100. All of a sudden, you start whistling at work. You're happy at work. You were miserable 5 minutes ago, but the guy says he's giving you a raise, all of a sudden you're happy at work. Why? Because you see the opportunity. When it comes to avodat HaShem, unfortunately, we live in a generation of ignorant people where most of us do not understand the opportunity. Not only do we not understand the opportunity, we do not understand the risk of missing the opportunity.